This one means more. First ever grand finals for players on both sides, folks. Get up and get loud. It's game day.
A trip to the grand finals and an extra life there as well are on the line here at Chiefs. We've got Spacestation going up against FURIA. Waypoint called them the underdogs. Well, I thought FURIA were cats.
Yeah, it's true. They do have that big panther, and they're going to need that type of energy if they want to take down a team that has consistently stymied them throughout. Not to mention, looks like Spacestation playing their best Rocket League of the season so far. So a big hill to climb if you're a FURIA fan, but no better time to do it than now. The big thing to look out for, Arsenal. He was a great type of disruptive and decoy type player yesterday, so keep one eye on him if you're FURIA, and then figure out LJ and Hawkser afterwards.
All right, well, keep your eyes on those players. Arsenal, one of the most creative players and a nuisance to play against. We'll see who is that impact player here today. Arsenal, first touch over Lost. LJ getting 50'd by Card. Hawkser stay behind the ball, a pinch down, Lost. Looking for some help, slows it down actually, and Yan is there to pick it up. So that was smart play from Lost to get this ball downfield.
You're really looking for FURIA to find ways to control pace of play, like that touch from Lost, bring possession in your favor, guaranteed, but oh man, that's the problem. Hawkser's always been the problem for FURIA, just in the right place, understands where the play's headed against these guys, it feels like.
SSG has kind of been the problem for FURIA in the past, but so far in game one, FURIA getting off to a good start.
A lot of space here in the midfield. Card really just driving that ball up the pitch and kind of just surveying what's available. He spotted Lost on the far side, was able to dish that one with pace all the way across the pitch. It's a lot easier said than actually done to get that type of power on that type of crossing play. So really nice execution from Card and a great shot from Lost.
Lost having a couple nice plays already. You saw him defensively on his own backboard, slow the ball down, getting help from Yan. Now Yan will leave that for Lost. Lost the 50 in the corner, high up above the net. Arsenal trying to keep it close, does beat out the oncoming challenger, and now go for a backboard pass, but Lost keeps that in the FURIA corner. Arsenal, a little tip. There's the Arsenal disruption game, and it results in a ball out for LJ. You can see the chaos still ensuing, and that is the Arsenal effect.
Just let that guy work in the corner. He does good work there, and the scary part about it, as soon as he's done in there, more often than not, he comes right across that goal line and puts a lot of pressure on the second man. Yang's trying to recover, and Arsenal will come break it up, not even going to give him the chance to score.
Breakout attempt. Hawkser will get a tip up to LJ. LJ going for a double tap. Doesn't get the read. It bounced a little further down than LJ was expecting. Again, downfield LJ in his own corner gets demoed. Slight smokescreen. Card going for a self-pass off the backboard, but it's broken up by Hawkser. Card has had a phenomenal event this weekend. Was looking to score there, but well defended. Now you can see Arsenal going for that underflip.
Wanted a real juicy one, but this one's back across the box, and Jan all over it. Arsenal just delaying here, throwing it into that FURIA corner, but until you're feeling good if you're Spacestation, if you're starting to go for pre-flip shots into the net this early on.
Whatever works. Not much has worked for FURIA this season against Spacestation. But will this be different? It seems like this event has been different for FURIA as they've been looking to break through to the top of North America, and this might be the moment they finally do it. They have secured a spot at the Major, but they are still behind when you look at the points for the World Championship. They need every point they can get.
Ooh, really nice control there from Jan. Knew he just needed to get the ball back and away from Spacestation. Somehow they just stalemate the ball there up on the back wall and prevent what could have been an awful counterattack. Here comes Arsenal. Just trying to keep things in the mix.
Yeah, that was a bit of a heavy-handed first touch there from Arsenal. Had space. Did to keep that ball a little bit closer. We'll have another opportunity. Just takes the shot this time, being low on boost. Hawkser and Arsenal both stay upfield, leaving this ball to LJ. Finally rotating back. LJ playing keep away. Now backward pass. Shooting opportunity for Hawkser. And Hawkser drills it in.
to get punished here. Jan misses that ball in the midfield, and it allows Space Station, you don't really see it on the replay, it was right before it started, but he was trying to get one up the wall and just completely missed, and Space Station kind of jumped all over it, took possession, and drove it back the other way with force. And it doesn't really seem like it's that big of a mistake in the moment, but all it takes is a few nice touches, and Space Station tie the game up.
And what we were talking about it. Oh, hold on a second. Yan just following the kickoff takes a hard shot. LJ was the last one back. Low boost for him.
Wow.
Didn't have enough to get the save.
And really nice job from Lost as well to get one to that ball, but the harder part, getting back behind it to dish it back middle. Very difficult approach on that ball, and boy, did he nail it. Got that ball out to Yan on a dime.
And FURIA, they clawed the lead right back after giving it up. Space Station now moving upfield. Hoxer will look for Arsenal off the sidewall. Card interrupts the play, but it's right to LJ. Pre-jump from Lost. Lost jumping a bit too early. That's going to give some space to Space Station here. Floating high above the net, but LJ has to flip back. LJ, having very little boost, concedes the rebound, and it's still loose in front of net. Card trying to get back behind it, and LJ flipping to it, only a small pad to his name. There's a 50, and Hoxer was hoping to chip that up to take the shot, but is shut down, and we might see another goal. Lost, where did he find this?
It's kind of just following the play forward, gets tipped away from him, and
wow,
says, oh, just bounces right back to me, so just take what's coming your way. And boy, did he not disappoint. Slotted top right corner.
I mean, he did not, like you said, did not miss a beat. It was hit off of his hood, bounces hard off the corner, and that was a pinpoint accurate shot. FURIA have a commanding performance in game one. And Lost, I think, had the standout performance in that game for FURIA.
For sure. Well-deserved. 2 goals, 4 shots, 1 assist, 1 save, getting it done all throughout on both sides of the ball. That's what I'm looking for. But the big thing, I think, is keeping Space Station out of that offensive half, only allowing 5 shots. That's not something that a lot of teams have been able to do, especially this weekend. As Gibbs said, Space Station putting up over 3 goals a game. So to be able to control the game like this in the first 5 minutes, impressive.
And what I was trying to say there for a brief moment, too, and when we were just watching that game at Chiefs, is that Space Station has had FURIA's number this season. I believe they are 6-1
Correct.
on the season against FURIA. So FURIA, it seems like Space Station's their kryptonite, but you know, maybe today is different. It does seem like a different event for FURIA. They're finally breaking through and reaching new heights. So this would be huge for them to get past a Space Station team that's had their number, to get to the grand finals with that extra life, which in, you know, these events has been the decider.
More often than not, it would be FURIA's first grand final in North America. Certainly no stranger to that type of pressure back in South America, of course, but whole new level of difficulty, it would seem, when they came over to NA. So very validating for them to arrive at the top. Nice fake from Card. Hoxer all over it. Way to cover up a difficult misdirection play to read. And Yan and Lost actually kind of miscommunicate there. They make the good play, but then they give it right back, and Space Station still pressing.
Yeah, the good play being that demo, but now the 50 from Lost. We'll get this ball out of harm's way for FURIA. Corner bounce. There's a demo. LJ taking out Card. Now LJ will try to slice through the defense. Arsenal with a 50. LJ cutting across, but nobody's there. LJ, though, will break up that second hit. FURIA hoping to get a breakout play, but they were not able to. Finally, they do get it out to the Space Station corner. We'll see what they can bring now. Card up the corner. Slowing down, has some help. There's the shot from Yan. That one's gonna be high. Rebound out to Lost. Will not go in, and now Hoxer will tip it up to Arsenal. Arsenal, a light hit. End-to-end action here. Card back flipping off the ball. It actually works out. He's bumped off the play, full shot into it, and it bounces off the ceiling.
And Yan was expecting a different type of touch. All of FURIA are going to be in a bit of a precarious spot here. Not a lot of boost. Yan, the only one with it. He will delay. Is it enough? Lost just in time. Was able to grab some boost on the opposite end of the pitch and make the stop, and FURIA just trying to clear the space now.
Lost. Will boom it downfield. Arsenal turns out of boost. Will give up possession. Hawks are going for a 50. Card wins it downfield. Card staying in the play. Working the corner. LJ trying to get it past him. Yan is right behind Card. SSG stuck. Boost starting to run low. Arsenal did grab that corner, but Card is trying to pass it high out to Yan. The 50 will kick out to Lost. Now back to the middle. It's a 2v1. Card has to defend this. Hawkser can turn. Does it bounce far enough out? No, it doesn't. Hawkser can't make the angle work.
Yeah, Hawkser had 0 boost, so while that pass did come through, he was already committed to going and taking away that corner boost, so wasn't able to capitalize on the open net back the other way, but Hawkser's been trying to play very patient in that third man role. He knows that FURIA are capable. He's just making sure to keep his eyes open and wants to try and take away everything. He gives up a little, and Yan is going to take it all.
The musty pass from Lost into a double tap from Yan. That is a highlight play. I don't even need to watch the other series at Chiefs. That one's got to make the reel.
Juicy one, for sure. And again, FURIA on the board first. Keeping a lot of pressure on Spacestation. Gotta like that approach. Finally meeting their match, so it would seem. FURIA, you've lost to him 6 times. You know, you gotta win at least one.
Oh, and LJ, that's a big-time response.
Man, how does that work? That's a crazy challenge from Hawkser, and LJ just really some intuition there that he can stay on the attack and read that 50 off the corner and get a really tight squeeze shot into that top left side.
And not only was it a tight shot, but it was a flip reset double tap that close. And LJ really coming into his own, especially, you know, now that Daniel is no longer on the team. LJ, I think, has looked to quite a bit to bring that offensive prowess, and he did not disappoint there. Huge shot. Spacestation tie it up. Arsenal now in the air. Will pinch it off the ceiling into the corner of FURIA. Card will try to clear it right down the gut. Yan up to help. Yan back to Card. Card off the corner. LJ, weak clear to the middle. Lost will be able to take the shot. And LJ got enough of the shot to let his teammate get back in time to clear it out.
Looked like a dead ringer of a goal. It was 3-on-1, and finally Card will come back through. Hawkser's been trying to grab boost and get back into position, but Yan has been doing an excellent job moving that ball through the midfield to his teammates. Spacestation hasn't been able to keep up twice now in this game with that passing play.
Yan and Card working those counterattacks, and now we see some kickoff shenanigans from FURIA. FURIA, one of those teams really not afraid to work on some set plays for the kickoffs. Hawkser will pass it up to LJ. LJ over one, but Lost on the backboard, denies it. Hawkser, very tough angle. Lost got back in time. You can see, though, FURIA scrambling a bit on defense. Shooting lane open, potentially. Yan will try to clear it out. Arsenal will stay in the play, doesn't make contact. It also gets around Yan. 50 coming in from Hawkser, it goes up. Now LJ moving in, demo from Hawkser, 2v3 for a brief moment. But Card did well to keep the ball close. Now going for a musty shot himself, but that one's tipped aside. Seconds ticking away. Now Lost to Card, and LJ will poke it. Lost keeping it in the zone and getting another challenge on the ball, but still Arsenal now. We'll get it out to Hawkser. Hawkser to LJ. LJ will hit that, and it's tapped down, and FURIA win back-to-back games.
Great show again here from FURIA. Just able to find which direction that ball needs to go on defense. And again, same thing. 3 shots for Spacestation. Not able to get the offense going. 2 games in a row where FURIA has just been dicing them up, moving that ball through the midfield, and a much-needed timeout here for Spacestation.
An early timeout as well. They got to try to put the brakes on FURIA and figure it out, because FURIA has been driving circles around them. They have not been able. I mean, really, the one goal we saw was that play from LJ, the flip reset double tap, but FURIA had the speed on him. FURIA has been all over.
Exactly, and I think that speed has really been coming into play on the defensive half. It hasn't really necessarily been the offense. Yeah, they've outpaced him with one like big pass across the middle, and they're right there for it, but that's just good positioning from FURIA and good execution on the passes. But that speed on defense, it's not allowing Arsenal, or anyone for that matter really, on Space Station to really get in there and throw some wrenches in some of that FURIA defense and kind of blunt that counterattack. Space Station just not been able to keep up with FURIA moving the ball in their own zone.
Yeah, and when FURIA does move it up into the Space Station zone, we've seen a few times how they've been able to just keep the ball there and start boost starving Space Station, keeping Space Station locked down, whereas FURIA has been creative on these. I mean, look at that play, the musty into the double tap from Yan. That was an incredible highlight play. This was the one goal Space Station got. It was a nice shot. Don't get me wrong, but just that little extra bit of speed to those passes in the midfield, FURIA's been able to get there first.
Because you can see, it's like Space Station's got a hand up. They're right there. It's like they're like, hey, you don't just get to go right towards the net or make this pass. It's going to be contested. And it's been a big test there for FURIA to make sure they can get that real nice quality touch. It's got to go across. It cannot get tipped, or else you're allowing some type of strong counterattack. And they're moving that ball with precision and accuracy and power. Those three things combined is a dangerous combination.
And maybe one more thing, whatever music that Yan is listening to, you can see him. Oh yeah, he's in the zone right now. FURIA locked in, even playing rock, paper, scissors there. It looked like for those, I don't know what that was for. Can't turn off
the competitive mindset for a moment.
Yeah,
gotta crush somebody.
A gamer's gonna game, no matter what. So FURIA, they got the first two. Will they be able to move to match point? That is a good start. FURIA has been a kickoff team, and they show you why.
Oh, and I love Card sitting there in the midfield thinking, you know what? We don't have to rush this. He lets Space Station rotate out, give away all that open space in the midfield, and then when Space Station comes to try and take it back, he just lets him hit the ball off him and let Lost take it.
Was that a, like, what was that? It looked like Card and Lost both combined on that shot. And they're able to get some extra unexpected power. Already playing from behind. Space Station, what will they be able to do now? As they are down 2-0, down in game 3, 1-0. They need some kind of spark.
We're in an okay position, but again, FURIA just able to move that ball across and stand in the box. Lost will not have a look at it. Arsenal the first one to cover it up, but it's just the offensive situation comes out of nowhere, and it feels like FURIA always ready to go. And Space Station happy they're not down 2 here.
LJ gets the boost, but gets immediately demoed. Ball floating up in front of the Space Station net. Yan will have Lost in the middle. Yan good, 50 there, but can't get it around Hoxer. Hoxer gonna get to the sidewall. Card back down the mid. And now Lost will test the backboard. It's caught by LJ. LJ 50 by Yan. FURIA getting another demo. You feel like they can smell blood in the water. Space Station calling a timeout already. FURIA, they can just sense it, but maybe Space Station will be able to claw back. We'll see.
Oh boy. Talk about managing challenges. Arsenal, that's the only touch for him, and he's actually going to make the second stop. Massive stand from Arsenal in the net.
Arsenal was all alone. I thought it was going to be a goal. Now another chance for a flip reset here, and it's a late one. Not the prettiest, but Lost gets enough of it to weave this ball around Hoxer.
And you said it, not the prettiest, but that's what makes it work. I mean, he just comes so far off the ball there, and he realizes he's got an extra touch all the way to the backside of the net, and Hoxer's thinking, man, you popped off that ball so hard with that flip reset, and you got back to it?
And it was an awkward-looking flip as well, a side flip to be able to get back to it, to hit it with the back bumper of your car. It was enough, and that is all FURIA needs. Lost, who had, I think, an MVP performance in game 1, and now in game 3, Lost has 2. Card gets 1 here.
Why is it open? There's Arsenal, there's Hoxer, they're all back. Arsenal got the boost in the corner, but he turned forward. assuming that LJ was going to get a hand on that ball. It went through clean, though, and nobody from Space Station thinking they needed to defend the net there.
The Space Station, they've been the only North American team to make top 4 in every regional this split. They've been very consistent, but once they get to that top 4, well, hold on. I was going to say they've been sputtering out, but Arsenal shows some life here.
Yeah, you'll take the gimme here. Big mistouch from Card, and Arsenal with a tester. That certainly isn't free. There's a lot of people in the net, but does a great job of picking his spot and did not disappoint. Beauty of a shot. That was clinical.
Lost. Back to work. Gets the bump on Arsenal. Yan wanted to go for the double tap. LJ has been doing a good job of controlling the ball on the backboard. Yan, though, will keep the pressure on. Saved by Hoxer. LJ. And Hoxer now moving upfield. Lost. Finding the hole at the midfield. Doesn't get the 50, though. Arsenal winning back-to-back challenges. And now a shot towards net. Card tips it out to the corner. Hoxer also is thinking about going for that bump on Card. A loss takes out Arsenal instead.
Space Station, I think, really trying to keep FURIA honest now when they want these long touches and they're going straight towards that FURIA net to try and get them to rotate a little bit further back, maybe find a little space in the midfield. Yan just steals one away, but I'm not sure if he's going to be able to score this one. Drops it straight down, and Hoxer will poke it out to safety. And Space Station Gaming, again, time a factor. For the third straight game in a row, under 5 shots. They're at 3 with 90 seconds.
Still, though, time to work. You see Arsenal trying to get the lead block play, but lost. He saw that, dodged the bump, made it look easy. LJ back to the ball. Will go for the ground pinch, but Card somehow read it.
Keep your eye on the player. He wasn't playing the ball there, and they get countered. Oh, it's devastating if you're SSG. That type of fake gets so many people, and here it cost you.
And also Arsenal, he goes for the infield pass there. His teammate decides to go for it when he just was not going to be there anytime before FURIA. Yeah, you know, so it's risky when you're doing a pass to your third man. You better make sure your third man can get there first. Otherwise, you will get scored on like that.
Ooh. Score that, Hoxer. You deserve it.
Went for the flip reset. Now going for a flip reset 50, but nothing doing on that play. And the quick counter, LJ.
Boy.
Can LJ get back? No, but it bounces off the crossbar and out. So the rebound goal, it doesn't bite Space Station, and now they have a chance. This one off the crossbar and the post, and finally blocked out by Card.
Oh, Card, head on a swivel there to figure out where to go in the net, where his teammate had covered and what needed to get covered. I don't know how you pull that one off the goal line, but well done.
Now a dish goal potentially, and lost. Couldn't get a touch on the ball. Lost 7 boost. Tip it up for Card. And Card air dribbling around 1. LJ to his own corner, but time running out, and FURIA will be up 3-0 against Space Station. The timeout did not work, and FURIA is now 1 game away from going to the grand finals.
Cruise control right now for FURIA. Now you see Space Station, they did put up a few shots there towards the end. Remember, they only had 3 at 90 seconds. So they're able to put on a barrage of shots towards the end, but ultimately doesn't feel like there was a ton of structure behind them. It was really just maybe something will go in because we have to score 2. We have to try everything that we can think of to try and get one in the back. But oh boy, this is has been FURIA up and down the pitch.
Yeah, like you said, Achieves, it has looked like FURIA has been on cruise control. They have been in control of this series since the very beginning. For Space Station to call a timeout in Game 2. Game 3, the timeout did nothing for them. Immediately, we saw the kickoff goal from FURIA. They're locked in. They are looking to make their first ever North American Grand Final, a team that dominated South America, that wowed us at the World Championship last season. And they are about to add even more to their resume. 1 more game win is all it will take to send them to the grand finals.
Now be careful. We've already seen one reverse sweep this weekend. I know anything's possible right now. And if anything, Space Station Gaming not the type to take a 4-0 laying down. They're going to throw everything they got at you, and it's going to come in the form of an air dribble bump. LJ says goodbye, and give me the goal.
We saw a flip reset double tap from LJ. Now we see a flip reset demo to clear the goal line and to guide that ball in. LJ, that was a premium play. Arsenal off kickoff. Trying to get another one here for Space Station. Yan, though, tested. Yan, still in the corner. Lost. He lost delaying that shot. Was trying to figure out a way through.
And a little drop down as well, just to keep Space Station boxed in. Fury doing a great job knowing where the ball has to go to at least give them a chance to stay on offense. And finally, Arsenal able to exercise a bit of uncontested control on the ball, but he gets out in front. LJ with an aggressive challenge.
That was. LJ was the last back there. That was all in from LJ. But LJ feeling confident, and when you're hitting shots like he has been this series, I think you can afford to be confident in your own abilities. Corner boost steal from Lost, opted to go for the bump on Hoxer, didn't land it. Now LJ on the dribble. Over Yan at the mid. Hoxer trying to control it, does get the demo. Possession still for Space Station. Arsenal couldn't land the double tap. And now it's back going the other way. LJ running it down the sideline, trying to get something going for Space Station. They've got this 1-goal lead, but can it be enough? Here's a double tap ball from Yan, and it's denied. Hoxer, big time save. Rebound though, still a chance for Furia to score. It's off the backboard, too high over Lost, but there's bumps and demos in the net. It's off the crossbar, still a precarious spot, but Space Station survive.
Oh, the safety of the sidewall. Never been more happy to see it if you're on the orange team. They combine in front of the blue net. Unfortunately, out to a stalling touch with the corner. LJ picks one off, but I don't even think he was really expecting to be able to win that so clean. And Furia gonna stymie the Space Station approach. Arsenal getting physical in the net. Card need to buy time. He got pushed into the back, and he will somehow come out the top and push LJ out to the safety of the sidewall.
We're seeing goal line stands on both sides of the field. There's another bump, and this time it pans out. Arsenal taking out the last defender.
Oh, you thought it was Space Station who was gonna crack under the pressure. Finally, it's Furia. They run out of pieces to throw. And 2-0 on the board. Space Station battling back here in fine fashion.
I think this is the Space Station we expected coming out of the timeout going into game 3. And now we see a team bump. Hoxer and Arsenal actually ran into each other on the other side of the field, and it costs them.
That one actually hurts real bad because Arsenal picks up 100 boost, but he doesn't even defend the goal line here. And honestly, I can't say I know why.
Well, they ran into each other.
Go? Yeah, but he had the time. Like, he ran into him, he picked up his corner boost, and he could have positioned himself anywhere. And I just don't know why he didn't go on the actual goal line. He was just driving out into the middle of the box. And probably thought his teammates were going to make some type of challenge. Was just dead wrong there.
Probably saw stars after bonking heads. Just couldn't get his senses about him. And that gives Furia an opening. Lost. We'll clear it down. LJ has a lot of time. Hoxer is going to go for the pass. Hoxer receiving the pass off the wall. It's tipped. Now Lost. Back to the side. It's a hard roller. Actually tips off the back of LJ, and LJ will switch the field. Hoxer moving it to the backboard of Furia. Out for a rebound, but a nice touch from Yan's going to sail this all the way back. This ball getting boomed back and forth.
Arsenal trying his best, really trying to get up the field, but he just can't seem to make contact on anybody on Furia. He's trying to put that ball into some open space, and again, he's looking for Yan there in the corner, and he's just ranging. He's keeping his eyes on the lookout for anybody he can pick off, but everyone from Furia is so aware of what he's trying to do.
Another chance. Bar down from Hoxer. Hoxer and Arsenal just creeping at the midfield, looking for a gap. You can see Lost giving up that ball. Card. Lost in no man's land.
He really got scared. Card really didn't have a whole lot of boost, and he might have thought he was beat for a second, so he pulled off the challenge to go defend, and unfortunately, that was the one time where you needed to try and jam one through the midfield, and Hoxer with a big couple of 50s off the kickoff, and Card recovering enough, but they're not done yet. Oh my goodness, LJ with a banger out of the corner.
LJ is hitting world-class shots in this series. Using the underside of his car for a low-altitude, high-speed double tap off the corner.
High speed, I think. That's the killer, right? Because it's like he just hit that, didn't even change the angle of his car, just let it go off the inside edge instead of the outside one, didn't twist, just bang, on you before you knew it.
Precision mechanics there from LJ. LJ has been a shining light, but we actually see a save. Hoxer! Hoxer keeping that out, preserving the 3-goal lead. We've seen some heroic saves from Space Station in this game.
Look, another one. Yeah, okay, a little help. LJ and Arsenal combined, and dump pass across. Got pinched over before FURIA could react. Likely going to seal the end of it. Down 3 under a minute. Space Station, whew. They find one heck of a way back into the series, didn't they?
Yeah, where was this Space Station before? We do see one back for FURIA. FURIA will have to have some planned kickoff plays. We know they've got them. I think we'll see which one they go to. But yeah, Chiefs, where was this Space Station before?
Really struggling to to contain FURIA throughout that transition game, I'm gonna guess. So let's see what kickoff they go for.
Oh, fake kickoff
with a
from
bump.
Lost.
Not enough.
It looked like Lost may have wanted to just drive around it, go for the demo Spanish kickoff style, but that won't work for FURIA. Space Station with an answer in Game 4. They fend off being sent down into that lower bracket. And as you already alluded to, we've seen a reverse sweep before the exciting FaZe Optics series. We know it's possible. But what do you think about this situation, the Chiefs? You saw them both.
I think every reverse sweep has to start somewhere, obviously. I think it helps that Space Station got on the board first here early with LJ, and obviously he popped off huge. 4 shots, 3 goals, and a couple of saves. Granted, FURIA still, this one could have easily gone to overtime, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, there were a lot of shots here from FURIA in this game. It was no guarantee that Space Station won this one, but they were able to make a lot of clutch saves, so I think while Space Station, this could have easily been a give as good as you get type of scenario, but they managed to dodge a few bullets here.
They did, and I mean, bullet time dodging a few of them, looking like the one. So that one, like the play from Hoxer, getting up and blocking that shot, pinching it off the crossbar and out. That was an excellent effort there from Hoxer. And having to dodge the bump, dodge the demos, and make the save. So we saw Space Station really come alive in that game where they were looking very flat. Like we said before, it looked like FURIA was running on cruise control, but LJ making FURIA slam on the brakes there, and we go into Game 5. Another chance for FURIA to punch their ticket to that grand final. Will LJ in particular be able to bring that same level of offensive play to this game? He was amazing.
Absolutely.
I think that answers the question.
Oh, Arsenal, first off, great challenge here on the 50-50, just making sure that you don't let him through. But LJ, talk about air rolling the car right. Get all the way around the outside of that ball, bang, back post. Don't see that one coming very often.
He hit that with the corner of his hitbox, dead center on that ball. He crushed it. LJ has been the backbone of the offense for Space Station. Getting that early goal. Will it be enough? Yan going for a triple tap, but he's demoed out of the air. Arsenal staying behind it on 0. Will still stay behind the ball, even though he had no boost to work with. Yan getting the clear out. Hoxer will tip it hard off his own back while Arsenal late to the challenge. Card going for a 50 and lost. Self-pass, you can see how quickly those Space Station are going to dive into this corner.
Yeah, and Arsenal, he knows he's going to be a little late to some of these challenges. I've been camping out on his camera to see what he's looking for, and he knows, but he just wants to get somebody in their face, and he looks like he's angling when he's going for those late challenges that maybe he gets the ball, but he's primarily trying to hit the person who's making contact to just pull somebody off the play for FURIA, and he's getting real close to him.
I just got to hedge your bets. Can't hit the ball, hit the next best thing. That ball will leak through to Card, and her shot opportunity. Yan sails it high. That was a nice scoring chance for FURIA. Could have been the equalizer.
Oh, and again, Card just able to bob and weave around that oncoming Arsenal. It's got to be frustrating. You're going for those types of challenges in the midfield on Space Station. You just can't make contact. LJ almost throws everybody for a loop. And Lost slips by one more time.
Ooh, LJ dodging the bump, but Lost gets around him anyway. Lost finally being shut down by Hoxer, who seems to be the final boss defensively for Space Station. Card tipping off the corner, but you get Yan playing so deep, and LJ still beats it past him. LJ gonna tip it across and sweep. Now going in, hard hit back to the corner. Yan, center ball. Hoxer challenging Card. Now Lost. We'll try to work. Yan bumped a bit. Now demoed on the back line. Space Station march upfield. The shot off the post. Rebound to Hoxer, who tucks it in.
You love to see this type of movement here from SSG. They get the demo, they use the space, and they put Lost in that 2-on-1. They execute it perfectly. As soon as they see Lost commit, they cross the ball into the middle for Arsenal. Obviously not into the back of the net, but it's okay. Still perfectly playable. Takes a nice bounce right back into Hoxer's waiting arms.
This Space Station team playing with much more vigor. LJ to Hoxer. LJ off the back wall. Yan will punch it up to Lost, who's a bit behind Lost though. Card, however, still able to read it. Double tap down. Controlled by Hoxer. Arsenal hits the brakes. Hoxer will opt for the quarter boost. He'll still can't get it. Now a pinch back to LJ. LJ won't be able to get the backboard bounce. Arsenal over to the side. Card way too slow. Arsenal beat him by a mile. But yeah, now solo play. Hoxer getting up and over the challenge. And Hoxer again getting the stop. Hoxer has been irreplaceable defensively for Space Station in these last two games.
Oof. Some scary passes into the middle, but FURIA feels like they're just kind of getting pushed towards that midfield instead of passing it out there. I think Space Station realizing that, look, the way we gotta challenge these guys, we have to force them to the side, because if we know where they're coming from the side, instead of letting them put it there themselves, it's a lot easier play to read into the middle.
It's all boomed all the way back down. FURIA, all the things that were working before are not working now. No space for them to get these infield passes. Hoxer going up for the bump. Card back to the corner. Hoxer, lovely first touch control, has LJ in support, and LJ, though he doesn't score, does get an opportunity out to Arsenal, and more time is wasted.
Did have that last man beat in the net, but the second guy came through to cover up. Could have easily been 3-0, but FURIA stymied again. 2 games straight. Slowly losing that shot edge. Now it's Space Station with 9, FURIA on 5, and that one even will get turned away at the end. The bouncer from Yan will keep them in the mix here. So what happens in the final 14 seconds?
And now things get interesting. Still a chance for FURIA. We've seen them go for that Spanish kickoff before when they were in this situation where they needed one. What will the strategy be now? Card going for it, just tries to kill it. It's a tip pass. This is a great kickoff, and it's a block from Hoxer.
Oh, he's right there.
Lost, still going for it. Hoxer again. LJ and Hoxer on the goal line, getting stop after stop.
Ooh, awkward. And he has to use all of his boost. Oh, this is going to be difficult.
Intercept from Hoxer, and that 50 will do it. Space Station win again.
Whew! Hope you guys woke up ready to watch some car soccer.
I mean, even if you're not ready, you just have to, you have to just be glued to your set. Because if you weren't ready, then you are now. For what Space Station is doing, back-to-back victories. And you wonder if FURIA will call a timeout. And just as I ask that, we get word, FURIA calling a timeout to try to slow Space Station down.
Yeah, not a bad idea. And oh boy, it's look at you remember the last timeout? You know, everyone on FURIA sitting there, sitting there bobbing his head like, yeah, we're crushing them. Like, ooh, we're playing real good. Now they lose 2 games straight. They don't find the back of the net at all. And it feels
look at Yan now.
Opposite. Flat.
Look
just
at the difference.
Flatlined.
Yeah, I mean, you can just see on their faces the difference now. Yan head down a little bit. Oh man, Card, what's going on?
Heavy.
I think
game is heavy.
You can sense the pressure that FURIA is now feeling. Now that Space Station has won back-to-back games. It looked like FURIA on cruise control. We're gonna quickly sweep Space Station, sweep them under the rug, move on to the grand finals. Hey, you know, it's our first North American grand finals. This is gonna be easy, but no. Achieves. Is it ever that easy?
Never.
It doesn't feel like
that
it.
easy. Certainly not in North America. As you see here in Game 5, just got picked apart a little too often. There's that 2-on-1 that lost, tried to defend, unfortunate bounce that came back for him. And Space Station finding some type of a groove, and that was the most frustrating part. You know, it feels like FURIA find these real nice breakout plays, and they're like, all right, we're finding some type of attack here, and then somebody from Space Station materializes in the goal just to make some type of miracle save, and it's got to be a frustrating experience for FURIA.
It's frustrating indeed, especially after going up 3-0. You can just see how much it bothers those players on the timeout, how serious things get. FURIA before able to find those infield passing lanes without any issues, but now Space Station has clogged them up. Hoxer continues to make big-time save after big-time save. LJ scoring crazy goals. This Space Station team are starting to hit their stride. However, job's not done yet. They still need to win one more to even force Game 7. But it's a good start for Space Station. Arsenal with possession, bumped off the ball, but LJ zooms in. Yan around 1. It's a 2v1 situation. Yan calling his teammate off, but Arsenal gets a tip.
That's really good defense from Arsenal because he knows some type of misdirection is coming. Card is not able to squeeze one in. Yan not able to get the follow through, and look at Arsenal just says, nope, we're just going to take this dribble as slow as possible, and he breaks through. Can he catch back up to it? Gets spun out. And unfortunately, Space Station not able to capitalize.
And Card was also on empty. So Arsenal almost taking out all 3 members of FURIA. However, FURIA able to rely on Card to get that stop. Now Hoxer, the pinch up the wall right to LJ. LJ, he's been the shooter for Space Station, but he creeps up a bit too far. And Hoxer so far back, he couldn't take the shot either.
What do you do if you're FURIA trying to right the ship here and prevent the complete capsizing here? Back to basics. You try and execute some mechanical wizardry. A lot of things to consider.
It just felt like so much of FURIA's success was on the breakout and finding the player on the wall and then looking for the option back in the middle. And we have not seen any of that. It's mainly just been FURIA trying to clear the pressure out. They have not been able to possess it.
Off the ceiling.
It's back to Lost. Lost hard hit off the backboard. Card couldn't wrap his way around it and ends up just hitting it helplessly over to the corner.
And it's that type of approach, right? I think Space Station are willing to accept that. And, oh, the demo in the net's gonna open it wide open. Space Station says, yeah, well, if you hit this really difficult shot, fine, you can score. But if you don't, it's a dangerous counter back the other way. And it's in the net.
And I mean, Hoxer is a multi-dimensional player. He can be in the back, he can be that facilitator, but also quickly recognizing that demo opportunity, but the play really comes together when you have that shooting ability from LJ. We've seen that he can work from almost anywhere on the field and find the angle. Pass up, or just a lob up rather, forcing Yan to make the hit. Pass across now, Hoxer will wait patiently. Arsenal going for a shot, gets the demo instead. And it's almost like what you were saying before, Arsenal, if he doesn't hit the ball, he'll usually at least hit the player.
Yeah, he's going to aim for somebody, trying to make it as difficult as possible for FURIA to execute. Now they're looking for Arsenal on the sidewall, but passes from Space Station, not quite going where intended. One-on-one with Card, little flow towards the net, and LJ's there, and that's what we're talking about. FURIA thinking, cool, we made it into the back, and then the second man just appears and pulls out what looks like a surefire goal.
That one, if that ball had a bit more pace, that's getting past LJ. Lost, going for a 50. Hoxer going for the challenge. Still on 0 boost. Hoxer has nothing here. We'll need help from LJ. FURIA doing a good job of boost starving. This is going to be tough for Hoxer to get to. That's all the boost he had to get that cleared downfield. Arsenal was challenged. Wasn't able to get that pass back middle. Now Yan, light lob. Off his own backboard, Hoxer will hit it. Arsenal now upfield to LJ. LJ, can he redirect this? No, he can't. You were holding your breath, though, wondering what he was going to do.
Too hot to handle. A very difficult read, to say the least. And delayed flip reset, plus demo, plus bump, and that is going to be plenty to get into the back. FURIA tie it up.
And FURIA will not go down without a fight. There's a demo by Lost into a bump from Lost. Lost shredding up the defense, opening that lane. And so FURIA showing some life. It's been a while. These last 2 games, FURIA has been MIA.
Ooh, they catch him?
Lost has to concede that to Arsenal. Arsenal going for the bump. LJ and Yan speeding to it. Back down to the FURIA corner. LJ infield pass, but there's no one there. Yan will go for the shot. It was off target anyway, and it was close to the side the defense was on. Drop pass. Card can't get back to it. Lost. Will go upfield. Arsenal switching sides. Card will have some space. Goes for a pass left, but it was way too far away from Yan.
I don't even think Yan thought that one would be coming right there. And oh, and they just let it roll through. Oh my goodness gracious. That is not a good one to let happen here. Everyone kind of congeals into this back corner, and they can't figure out how to challenge Arsenal. And he just drives it through.
Arsenal is like a bull in a china shop. I mean, what do you do to contain him? And then with that, the pitch to the middle, all the plates came crashing to the ground. Space Station score their second. Now a demo from Arsenal, looking to get another, forces the defender to jump. And it was well played by Yan to prevent another goal for Space Station. But FURIA about to concede 3 games straight. Card trying to get FURIA back in it. Pitch across, Arsenal will boom it out. Arsenal looking for demos, doesn't find any. And that one cleared all the way across. We are going to Game 7.
Oh, boy. Oh, North America, you never cease to entertain, do you?
Well,
FURIA.
Thieves, this has been a wild ride. I especially after the Game 2 timeout into the loss, I thought it was over.
I don't blame you. I honestly, I thought it was over then too, at least at some point. But the huge revitalization from Space Station, Arsenal, again, it's not like Arsenal's doing like a lot of like stunning stuff. He's really
battling
just
in the trenches.
Exactly.
I mean, that play was battling in the trenches. You saw him fighting his way through bumps, getting to that ball and pinching it out to the middle. You don't know how fast it's going to be, but you're just doing everything you can to put that ball in a scoreable spot. Arsenal putting his head down, getting to work, and it paid off. Now Space Station, a chance to reverse sweep. Let's get into it. Game 7 on Champions Field.
You like to see that slight adjustment from Space Station and how they're rotating. Don't let that clear down the middle or out to the side get behind them where they're trying to catch up to the play. They're giving FURIA just that little bit of extra space so they can react.
Will LJ be able to bring that level of offense that he has in this comeback to the deciding Game 7? LJ has been that superstar offensively, but Hoxer defensively has been making tons of saves. And this one's going to need the help from Arsenal. Arsenal! Big-time defensive stop, and Hoxer will clear it down the gut.
Not the first time this series either. He's had a couple of huge stands in the net. Now he's going to have to make another one. It's just so tough. His teammate LJ's got the right side covered. Space Station dodge another one.
Oh, that was remarkable. I think it was even a squishy save there from LJ. Getting up and around. I have to take another look at it, but regardless, both players getting up there, denying that high option, and LJ having to weave around these boost attempts. FURIA are swarming right now. Still good chances for FURIA, but Space Station able to stop them. Off the corner, right towards net. LJ making sure the defense is still awake.
Ooh, dish. Ooh! Hello, Arsenal. I mean, the guy's just cutting rotation. He just throws it into the corner looking for the extra chance. Hoxer doesn't think too much about it, puts it off the sidewall because it's away from FURIA, and Arsenal's wheeled right back through and throws it back down to Hoxer, who's recovering in the corner. And FURIA are just watching this ball ping-pong around, and they get diced to pieces.
Diced to pieces by Arsenal, but Arsenal, he gave up that shot, and it ends up going in. And I don't know if you saw it, Chiefs, but Arsenal had missed the corner boost on that play, which resulted in his late challenge on that.
It was tough. And even then, they still almost pulled it out. But you're right. Sometimes those little miscues cost you that bit of time you need. FURIA capitalize.
LJ now off the ceiling. Arsenal looking for bumps, and that shot will go wide. Card up the FURIA sidewall. Hoxer at the midfield will stay behind it, trying to 50 it in out of the air. LJ jumping in now. Card can't get to that one. Hoxer bumped off the ball. Yan has the ball taken off his hood, but stays in the play. Hoxer trying to hit this out to the corner. There's a demo from Arsenal, and that took Lost out of the equation.
And we came right back to where Lost just was. And Arsenal just containing the ball here, or at least trying to. Pretty much a dead even stalemate here in Game 7.
And you can imagine the pressure these players feel. Arsenal, the only player out there on the pitch who has been to a North American Grand Final. You know that these players are dying to get that experience, dying to be able to make it to that stage. And now LJ going slow, but he's 50'd by Card. LJ was trying to be creative on the goal line. It didn't pan out. Under 2 minutes left to play. LJ up to Arsenal. Arsenal back to LJ, but it's too far away. Hoxer commits heavily, and now the sprint back off the backboard. LJ can't, he doesn't make contact on the backboard bounce, but he did on the shot.
Huge recovery from Space Station. They sent everything, missed it, and they were able to recover on defense. A dangerous FURIA counterattack that was so lethal at the start of this series comes up empty, and they're trying for it again. Arsenal, it's a good enough touch to buy a lot of time. FURIA not able to cover that much space yet. Arsenal will tip it back up to LJ. LJ goes for goal. It's blocked by Lost. Follow-up is denied by Card. Arsenal, pass out to the middle, but it's to nobody. Lost, trying to work with his teammates. Off the sidewall, LJ, straight up the middle. Card beating Arsenal out. Yeah, you can see how quickly he was able to get there, and now all the way across net. Will this be an opportunity for FURIA? Not a lot of boost for Arsenal. And he doesn't get the best challenge either. Arsenal still on 0. Double tap ball, pass out. Hoxer will clear it down, but Yan at the midfield to deny it. Arsenal
trying to slow this down. Running on fumes here. LJ did snag that corner boost. Arsenal, he's bumped off the ball, but LJ gets some help. FURIA surging in these final seconds.
Oh, and the bump, but look at that. LJ able to finally get a little bit of space. Space Station may have the last few chances here.
There's a pass over to LJ, but LJ doesn't bite. Now turning. Will it drop down? It does, but it's a tip out.
One-on-one.
Yan versus LJ. Yan going for the bump. He gets it, and FURIA score with a single second on the clock.
Oh, and LJ knew he was going to be in a tight spot, and he missed all the pads going back. He was so focused on Yan and thinking about how do I defend the net. He had to play that with 12. Couldn't make any type of adjustment, and Yan says, excuse me, we're winning this series.